What if almost everything you believe about the ancient human diet is wrong? When most people picture our ancestors, they imagine fearless hunters carrying spears across endless grasslands, dragging home giant animals for dinner. But what if meat wasn't always the center of the story? What if survival depended on something far more surprising? Imagine waking up 2 million years ago with no grocery stores, no farms, and no guarantee of your next meal. Would you chase a dangerous antelope across the savannah, or spend hours digging roots, collecting berries, and searching for insects? The answer reveals a fascinating truth about the earliest humans, and about ourselves. For generations, movies and popular culture have celebrated prehistoric hunters as masters of the wild. Massive mammoths, giant predators, and dramatic hunts dominate our imagination. Yet, archaeology and anthropology tell a much more complicated story, one where patience often mattered more than strength. The earliest members of the human family lived in landscapes that constantly changed. Rainy seasons transformed dry plains into green habitats, while droughts forced entire groups to migrate. Food was never predictable, and flexibility became one of humanity's greatest evolutionary advantages. Rather than relying on a single food source, ancient humans gathered whatever nature offered. They collected fruits when trees were full, cracked open nuts with stones, dug up nutritious tubers, picked leafy plants, searched for honey, and even gathered tiny seeds that could provide valuable energy during difficult seasons. Meat certainly played an important role, but not always in the way we imagine. Before becoming skilled hunters, many early humans were probably scavengers. They waited until lions or hyenas abandoned a carcass, then carefully approached to cut away leftover meat and break bones for the rich marrow hidden inside. Those bones tell an incredible story. Scientists have discovered ancient animal skeletons marked with stone tool cuts dating back millions of years. These tiny scratches reveal that our ancestors learned how to use simple tools to access food that larger predators often ignored, turning intelligence into a survival strategy. Insects also deserve far more respect than they usually receive. Termites, ants, beetle larvae, and other insects are packed with protein and healthy fats. Even today, billions of people around the world eat insects as nutritious food. For ancient humans, these small creatures were reliable meals, requiring little risk. Then there was honey, one of nature's greatest treasures. Rich in sugar and calories, honey provided precious energy for active bodies. Climbing trees or driving away angry bees was dangerous, but the reward was worth the effort. Some researchers believe our love for sweet foods may trace back to these ancient adventures. Perhaps the most overlooked foods were underground storage organs, like roots and tubers. These hidden plants survived dry seasons when fruits disappeared. Digging them from the earth demanded effort, but they supplied steady carbohydrates that helped ancient families survive during times of scarcity. Everything changed as human intelligence expanded. Better stone tools made butchering easier. Cooperation allowed groups to surround prey. Communication improved hunting success. Slowly, meat became more common, providing concentrated nutrients that may have supported the growth of increasingly complex human brains. But this transformation did not happen overnight. Different human species living in different environments ate remarkably different diets. Coastal populations enjoyed fish and shellfish. Forest communities depended more on fruits and plants. Grassland groups hunted larger mammals whenever opportunities appeared. Climate constantly reshaped these menus. Ice ages pushed animals into new territories. Forests expanded and disappeared. Rivers changed direction. Ancient humans adapted again and again, proving that dietary flexibility was one of the greatest reasons our ancestors survived, while many other species vanished forever. One of the biggest misconceptions is that prehistoric people followed a single perfect diet. There was no universal menu. Food choices depended on geography, season, available technology, competition from predators, and even simple luck. Survival rewarded those willing to eat whatever kept them alive. Modern science supports this picture through microscopic plant remains trapped in ancient teeth, chemical signatures preserved in fossilized bones, and stone tools carrying traces of animal fat and plant starch. Every new discovery adds another piece to the puzzle of humanity's remarkable culinary history. Cooking eventually transformed everything. Heat softened tough meat, reduced harmful bacteria, unlocked more calories from certain foods, and made many plants easier to digest. Preparing food around fire also encouraged social interaction, storytelling, learning, and stronger family bonds that shaped human culture. Looking back, it's remarkable how little waste ancient humans could afford. Bones became tools, animal hides became clothing, plants served as medicine, and every edible resource mattered. Their relationship with food was built on necessity, gratitude, and an intimate understanding of the natural world around them.
Today, we debate diets with endless confidence. High protein, low carb, vegan, carnivore, paleo, Mediterranean. Yet our ancestors remind us that humans evolved not because we found one perfect way to eat, but because we mastered the art of adaptation in constantly changing environments.
Perhaps the greatest lesson is that evolution never rewarded stubbornness. It rewarded curiosity, creativity, cooperation, and resilience. Ancient humans survived by observing nature carefully, sharing knowledge across generations, and remaining flexible whenever the world changed faster than their expectations. So the next time you sit down for a meal, remember that every bite carries a story stretching back millions of years. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden history of humanity's earliest diets, subscribe for more documentary journeys into our ancient past. And let us know, which prehistoric meal would you be brave enough to try?